Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And, I'm just kind of perusing here on YouTube. I just want to kind of see, what's going on here. Let's take a little look. Machinima, pop culture icons here on YouTube, giving the start to so many YouTubers, even some people that I watch, like some call me Johnny, giving them a start, into the YouTube gaming world. And there's even some other people, like personal friend on here, Sean's View Entertainment, who's, even with Machinima. So, let's just double check it. Never mind that, very obvious disclaimer that I just said right there. So let's see what we got here. What's new on it? What? Well, there seems to be no videos here. What's this BFFs thing? The animated shorts. I remember watching a few things that I really didn't find entertaining on here, and well, seems like there's really nothing good here. Well, that's it, guys. Machinima is dead. They've been bought out by AT&T, and they just without any prior notice, they just took down a bunch of videos, and many of these videos actually being that of YouTubers, people that they actually had signed contracts. They were taking like 80% of their earnings. I never signed up for a contract with them because the earnings were so minimal. Maybe that was my fault. Maybe I could have, gotten a stronger following, and maybe a lot earlier on YouTube. But, it's nice to know I kind of did it by myself. I talked about on here, I couldn't even monetize these videos until, YouTube made it a lot easier to monetize videos. But Machinima, made it so that you could start earning money on YouTube a lot sooner. They would, give you a helping hand. They'd open the door to monetization. And beyond that, really not that much else from what I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some other things that members, like, most people on this channel would probably be familiar with Sean's View Entertainment. He could probably tell you a lot more about it than me. But, they took a lot of money from people. And, they had some original series, that were probably made by people that they had contracted, but they had like Red versus Blue. They had Sonic for Hire, which, despite being a huge Sonic fan, I did not find it funny. I wasn't a very big fan of Machinima. I even made a video years back called Machinima Sucks because I just really didn't like their content. To me, it felt very pretentious, like, oh, we're nerd humor, we're gamer humor, and kind of like shoving it in your face, and just like, I didn't really like that kind of thing. If it's going to be humor, I kind of like it to feel a little bit more organic. It just, everything on Machinima, I don't know like what that word means, but I feel like, you look at the name, it almost sounds like machine. And it was a machine, turning out like very like inorganic, very pretentious content, just kind of capitalizing on the latest trends like Minecraft and shit like that. And it was just like, oh god, so I don't want to say that I'm happy to see it gone, because I'm not, because you've got people like Sean's View, who I like, who's a good guy, and I think that this fucking company, I mean, if it's okay if they're having some financial issues or they got a better offer, they're a corporation, I get it, they want to sell out to AT&T, all fine and good, go ahead, do it, no problem there. But let your contractees, let them know first that you're gonna be taking their content down. And I'm sure this has a lot to do with legalities, probably AT&T, a lot of YouTubers were saying it all yesterday and the day before. They're probably going to want to see that that is the type of content that they want to represent them as a company. Because Machinima is still very much alive, but now they're under the banner of a much larger corporation, a massive corporation in AT&T, a very vast, you know, telecommunications corporation. So, you know, they're gonna be very careful. So, you know, Machinima had some very risque content, some vulgar content on there, you know, that was very much steeped into the gaming realm. And I'm not saying that if you found a lot of their content to be good, that, you know, I'm not saying that you have poor taste. I just personally didn't like it. I don't like that kind of thing. You know, my sense of humor is a little bit different. I don't really find a lot of these things on the internet to be funny. I think a lot of them are just stupid, and, you know, people get a kick out of certain things, but, you know, I don't know. I find like a lot of like memes to be funny, and a lot of others just to be very obscure. But, you know, they had like series on here, and it's just nothing that was making me laugh. And I got recommended Sonic for Hire, and that right there, that was all I needed to see. I was like, you know, it's not doing it for me. I didn't like the voices. I didn't like anything about it. But that's neither here nor there. The main point here is, if you are in charge of, I don't know how many people they have currently under contract, doing content creation for Machinima on YouTube, and other places that maybe I'm not aware of, that they may have people under contract. You tell the people first. You couldn't send them a fucking email or something like that. I mean, just all of a sudden, all the content that you created for Machinima was just completely gone. A lot of stuff, you know, that people made for Machinima was just completely annihilated. And, you know, there's like thousands of videos on there from what I've seen, and it's just, you know, let's see, for example, kind of like what they got here. They've got absolutely fucking nothing on this site now. It's pretty sad. You know, you've got I'm looking, all it is like liked videos, and, you know, that's about it. That's all they really have listed here, and that's pretty fucking sad. I mean, you know, they had a pretty wide library of content, and, you know, there's nothing here. You know, you could go and not available. I mean, look at all this shit right here. There's nothing. This was like stuff that people worked on hours and hours. Even if, you know, I didn't personally find it funny, you know, you still got to say, like, this was people's work. You know, they dedicated their time and effort to Machinima, and in one foul swoop, it's all gone. It's out of here. And they didn't even tell people, you know, like, or let them like back up these videos. It's memories. It's, you know, people were also raking in, you know, revenue based on these views. And so, you know, the videos are set to private, so they haven't been deleted. So it's not like these videos are gone forever. They're just kind of like in a weird stasis right now. But, you know, when you put the video to private, people, you know, they obviously can't be under monetization. So people are fucking pissed, and rightfully so. And there's a lot of backlash on Twitter. There's a lot of backlash right here on YouTube. So, you know, I don't know. You know, it's like, you know, I'm happy that I'm not with Machinima. It would have definitely been an interesting, venture, you know, to be a part of, a journey, you know, like Sean's View, for example, or, you know, one of my favorite YouTubers, some call me Johnny, but he kicked them to the curb for a few years already, you know, and he got some success on his own. So, you know, the thing is, it's more impressive, I guess, you know, if you made it on your own without the help of Machinima, or, you know, something like that in the early stages of YouTube, where it was like nearly impossible for people to get monetized. But, you know, it definitely would have been an experience, and I kind of regret not being along for the ride. But if I ended up creating content for Machinima, and then all of a sudden it was privatized, and I couldn't, you know, my creation wasn't there anymore, I'd be fucking pissed as well. So, so there you go, guys. You know, let me know what you think in the comments below. You know, were you a part of Machinima? You know, hit hit the subscribe button if you haven't already this year. You know, 2019, I'm looking to get more subs than ever. Who isn't? But, you know, I'm really looking to grow this channel. A lot of different types of content you've been seeing here lately, and that's going to continue well into 2019. So hit the bell so you get all the notifications when I post all that new content. Check out some of the content I have posted here, and thank you for watching, guys. Until next time.